Alright, let's just go over briefly real quick the tools you're going to need to do this job. You need some wrenches, specifically a 5/8 wrench. Can be a combination, but what you really want is the open end of the wrench. You need a 9/16. You need a 7/16. Pair of pliers. Pair of wire snips, flush cutters. Phillips screwdriver. Some distilled water. You can also use white vinegar to clean your machine. I find a syringe always comes in handy for priming my pump. Okay, to get to anything, we got to take this cover off right here. So we got to start by unscrewing the screws. As you can see, I've already taken some of them out. Just wanted to give you an idea of how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 near the back of the unit where the control is, and then you have 3 on the bottom. This is on the side, 3 on the bottom, and it's the same on the other side. On the top, we start with the front. There's the front and work our way back. You got 1 here and 1 here where the handle is, and then right around the fluid reservoir you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 2 back here by the handle, just like the other side where the handle is. So you got 2 near each handle, 3 around the reservoir. Let's just go over the basics of a smoke machine real quick. You've got your fluid reservoir. This is where your smoke fluid sits. It comes down here. It gets drawn by these pumps down here. There's 1 on each side. It gets drawn, sucked through here, goes through here into this copper 1/8 tubing, and it goes through the heater block. And the business end comes out through there. Once it heats up and it gets pumped, it just naturally flows through there. There's the old pump. We start by taking the electrical off. Make sure your power is off. All right, so we pull the electrical out. Take your 1/2-inch wrench. If you look closely, you'll see there's a couple slots. It's hard for you to see, but there's a couple of slots where you can fit your wrench in, like so. Use that as a holdback. Use your other wrench here. Alright, so remove the compression fitting from the pump. This hose has come out. I just pull it out a little bit. Now I gotta get it out of its shock mounts. There's a shock mount right here. And I just pull this. New pump. I take my fill line, put it on this nipple right here, this barb fitting, hose barb, and just kind of work it on there. zip tie, small zip tie, goes around here. I got my zip tie on, and then what I do is I take my small pair of pliers, put them on here, and just get a little bit more tight. Take my snips or my flush cutters, just cut some of that off. There's that. I put this back on, like so. Okay, then we put the electrical back on, exactly the way it came off. Just a quick note, it's important when you hook these back up, this brown wire and this blue wire right here, it's important, polarity is important. So you don't want to put this one here and this one here or it's not going to work. Okay, I've actually opened up machines where the polarity, they tell me the pump's not working, I open it up and it's been disconnected and put back in the wrong spot. So, the point of reference for these pumps would be on the outside is where your brown wire is. Okay, which would be your hot in this case. The middle, you know, outside, 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 middle, blue, outside brown. Now when you go to the other side, it'll be reversed and it's actually going this way, okay? It's still going the same way, but in order to sit there, it's organized differently, it's arranged differently. So you have to be aware that this goes on the outside, this goes on the inside, middle. Okay, the new pump is installed, but I'm not getting anything out the other end. So what I'm going to do is, there's supposed to be some, these pumps are supposed to come with some water already in them, like pre-primed, but I don't believe it's happening with this one, so I'm going to just go ahead and check it. And the way I do that is I take this right here, okay, and I disconnect it. Disconnect these two lines right here. Another shot. Disconnect these two lines. I disconnect it. Just pull it out. Now I've disconnected it. And I go ahead and I take a 7/16 wrench, which fits on this fitting right here, 7/16, and I loosen that up. Because what I want to do is I want to see if it's pumping anything through there. So I just loosen that up. Just loosen that up a little bit. You can use your 9/16 as a holdback that can sit on here while you take it off with the other wrench, while you take this off. Then I take some either white vinegar or distilled water. Bring it over to my hose, and I put it in there. Now I'm going to turn it on while I push this water through, and if I'm getting water with this pump, I should get water coming out this end right here. All right, so you can see I've got fluid coming out the other end. This pump is working. She's a beauty.